Hello, I'm Michael from the St. Mary Parish Library System. Today I will be showing you how to do element jars. These are two I made right here. In your grab bags, y'all going to be getting some ingredients. Y'all going to be getting a glass jar, and then 2 colors of paint, a toothpick, or several toothpicks, who knows, this is a surprise, and some cotton balls. These element jars came from several aspects of the earth and the universe. We have the sun, the sky, the moon, and also the earth, like I just said. These are representing the gods of the mythologies. And here's some books that represent them. All of them are by Rick Riordan. We have the Percy Jackson series, the Kane Chronicles, and the Trials of Apollo. But I have one book that I don't have right here, but it's also very interesting. It's called The Magician. Well, The Alchemist. That's the first book. The Secrets of the Immortal Nicholas Flamel by Michael Scott. It is a great read, and I'm currently reading it again. Well, let's get on to our craft. Okay, so the first jar we're going to be doing the sky. This is the first one I made when I was testing it out. It looks pretty good. So first you would do is let's tear up some cotton balls to get them ready. But you could either put in the white or the blue. Either one's fine, but you should twist them off first so you don't spill everything. Okay. So you would just dip your toothpick in, so it'll get a nice little blob. That's good. You can wipe it off with the cotton ball that you're about to stick in. Let's try putting some water. Oh, a little too much water. Stuff it in. Twirl it around a little bit. Then you would start putting the second color in. Same thing with the thing. And so, while I'm doing this, there's a few gods of mythology that has to do with the sky, the air. One of them you should probably know if you read the Rick Riordan books is Zeus, the Greek god of the sky, the father of all gods, and the leader of them for the Greek mythology. But there might be some that you don't know, such as Horus. He's one of the he's an Egyptian god. He's also known as Horus the Elder, and he has several names in different languages. Some Greeks called him by Horosi. I'm not that good with Greek, so don't mind me. But there's also some twin gods of Egypt called Ruti. They represent the eastern and the western skies of Egypt. And that's it. Let's continue. Put some more white in there. Gotta put some nice clouds. Wipe it off. And let's stuff it. You might need to start tearing your second cotton ball that you have. And just twist it around so it'll be nice and fluffy. Some of it escaped. Awesome. And lastly, you're going to be a little bit more blue to top it off. Don't be afraid if you don't use all your paint. We gave you enough in case you messed up and you had to to rinse out your jar. Okay, and here we are, finishing off. And don't forget to put your cork back on. You gotta be careful. These are some glass jars, and if you apply too much force on them, they will break. But they're kind of sturdy also, just a little bit. Okay, next we're going to be doing element jar based on the sun, which is going to be consisting of red and yellow. So, like usual, put some red in. Wipe off. And let's try not to put as much water as last time. While it came out, it might mess up a little bit. There we go. So there's a few gods of the sun that's noteworthy in Egyptian mythology. The main one being Ra, the sun god. He has a few aspects. He has Ra, which is his main aspect, which is a falcon-headed deity. But then during the morning, he becomes a scarab beetle, and his name goes to Kefri. And that represents the different times of the day in which the sun comes through the sky. Okay. And generally, when nighttime comes, Ra, he rides this magnificent barge throughout the underworld named the Sun Barge. And he must be protected from the evils of the underworld by the other gods until he regains his power in the morning. Ra is pretty much my favorite Egyptian god. But if you look up, you may find some more. Like most colors, whenever you mix them, they might come out being a different color and such. With yellow and red, you're going to see some tints of orange in there. And some more sun gods in mythology are Helios and Apollo of the Greek mythology. With Helios, he's representing our literal sun that you see in the sky every day. The Greek people thought he was the sun, and he might as well be. With Apollo, just being a sun god is one of his things. He's also a god of music. And in the book Trials of Apollo, you would see he got banished from Olympus because of his. He played a few pranks that Zeus didn't like. So. Speaking of not liking, it looks like my sun's not coming out too mixed colored. Probably because I put too much red in it. Let's try to fix that real quick. We're going to try to save this. But hey, the sun is also red and not just red and yellow. Hopefully yours, as you can see, this is the one I did before. It came out a whole lot better than the one I'm showing you right now. But that's just trial and error. Okay, so next up we're going to be doing the moon. Like usual, you'll want to put some gray first, or black if you want to. Doesn't matter. Just flop in there. Looks like he's getting stuck to the side a little bit, so let's just push it down. Now just getting stuck to the wall. We'll put a little bit more. We probably not need to put more so it doesn't just sink in with the black. Okay, so let's clean it off. Put a little bit of water. Oh, it looks like the paint's blocking it. And let's put this one in. Let's see. Okay, there's two gods of the that is represented by the moon that I'm going to talk about. And the first one is Artemis, which is the sister of the god Apollo. One of his representations is the sun, and she is his twin, who represents the moon. Well, while Apollo looks on during the day, Artemis would watch over the night. And the second one is an Egyptian god known as Aya, which is a god of the moon. Some may say Aya is a counterpart of Ra, since he's the sun, while Ra is journeying through the underworld. She will be watching over the Egyptian skies at night. So, as you can see, it's a little. The dark side of the moon is taking over most of the moon, but we could fix that with a little bit more gray. And that's the moon jar. Okay, so the last jar we're going to be doing is the element jar that's representing Earth and all the gods of mythology. So I'm going to choose to put green first. It looks like this paint's going into the jar a whole lot easier than the gray and the black paint for some reason. Took it all from the same source. So let's see, a little bit of water. There should be enough water for the entire project. So, the first god I want to talk about is the Egyptian god of Earth, known as Geb. Well, he's supposed to represent the entire overall land of Egypt, in which all the people who worship their mythology and pantheon resides. Well, he has a sister who I don't think I mentioned back when we were making Sky, named Newt. And while he rules the land, she oversees the air and the skies. It's a little love-hate relationship. They don't really like seeing each other, so Rob put them apart from each other. But let's see, the next guy is another Egyptian god, but is a god of agriculture. His name goes by Napier. Like if you're, let's just say we're down here, our sugarcane's not growing particularly well. If we follow the Egyptian pantheon, we would pray to gods like Napier, who oversees the crops. Okay. Next one is a Greek mythological figure. It's not really a god. He's the one of the beings that came before the gods, known as the Titans. They're pretty much like the predecessors of the Greek gods. He was also a god of agriculture. And before the gods overthrew the Titans, they would pray to him, and so he would help grow their crops. But one of the people that took over for him is one of the Greek gods known as Demeter, and she's seen as a motherly figure who took over and started watching over all the farmers who would grow their, let's just say, grapes for them to make wine. And I would say she did a good job for it. Okay, let's see about this jar. It looks like it's coming out a little too green, but let's see if I can. Oh, broke my toothpick a little bit. That's okay. Let's try to dig some brown in. Looks like I also have a green thumb too. Maybe I'm a god of agriculture, and I just don't know. And that's pretty much the element jars. So here's the sky, the sun, the moon, and the earth. Well, I've been Michael from St. Mary Parish Library System, and I hope you enjoyed this program.